Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Ivar Twistfoot the Wandering Skald. And in that last episode, we had traveled back north from the Andalusian lands, which had descended into a little bit of chaos following the death of the previous Sultan, I believe it was the title. And we traveled away from those lands, going back into the Viking lands here in northern Iberia. And now we find ourselves once more in the Kingdom of Castali in the capital city here of Burgos. And why have we found ourselves here? Well, we have found ourselves here to come and ask our father, the Count of Valladolid, permission to marry our new love, Juliana Lucidiez Vimaranes. And although we don't necessarily need our father's permission, we do look to him with a lot of respect. I mean, we've obviously got good relations with our father and even with our brother to some extent, despite the fact that we are a bastard. And so we want to have his blessing when marrying this woman, especially because she is indeed not a Norse woman. She's a Catholic woman, a Galician even. And so we need to ask our father's permission. But our father is the current, I believe, yes, the current marshal for King Harold or Fairhair. And Harold is in a current war with the what is it here? The Count of Soria. And so our father has demanded something of us. If we want his permission to marry this woman that we have fallen in love with, to marry Juliana, we are going to have to prove ourselves to be more than just a wanderer, a fop. You could call us, just a poet. A Viking and a Norseman should be a warrior. And our father has demanded that we do our duty because we are a cousin to King Harold. And it is our duty as a Norseman and as a man sworn to King Harold through our family lineage that we fight on behalf of our family. And so despite the fact that we aren't much of a warrior with our twisted foot, we are going to need to prove ourselves to our father that we are a man and that we will indeed go into battle on behalf of our family. So we are going to be offering to join the war here with Harold. And so we have accepted that. I've given ourselves I've purchased some horses. So we have 5 horses. I'm counting this 5 horsemen. I'm not gonna refill it or anything because we don't have any followers beyond what's just in our camp here. Like, this is all we got, essentially, is how I'm seeing it. But yeah, these are the 5 horsemen are these ones right here. So, Ordonu, who has a horseling here, who has come of age. I did switch him over to the diplomacy lifestyle. He ended up becoming a charismatic negotiator here. He's got a little helmet on, but he's, some armor might be nice, but he doesn't have it. Tollir here, who's going to come into war with us. We've got Vemender, we've got Bahir, and Enoch as well. All of them are going to have to ride to war with us as we go to assist our family. And we're going to need to put on some armor as well. Despite the fact that we've got this lame foot, we are a Viking. We are a Norse. Well, we're a Norseman. We're not necessarily a Viking because we haven't gone a Viking, as one would say. But we are a Norseman, and as a man from this culture, it would be expected that we would fight despite this. If we couldn't fight, then that just shows that we aren't a man, right? Like, they're not going to be like, oh, Ivar, he's got that twisted foot. I guess he doesn't need to fight. That's probably not how they're going to be seeing things. We're a young man. We're expected to fight despite our disability here. And so it's time to get some armor on. I think we're going to go with this Norse armor low. Do we need a new cloak as well? Maybe. No, we'll keep our same cloak. We should probably get a helmet because a helmet will keep you safe in battle. So let's find ourselves a good Viking helmet, not one that's going to cost us too much money. Let's see. That looks kind of expensive there. Maybe something like, I don't know, just a cap. I mean, could we get some sort? What's the cheapest kind of male hood we could get? Just a coif? Maybe. I mean, this looks like something we could maybe afford, a Frankish helmet. I mean, we could probably find ourselves a Viking helmet, surely, right? Fur-trimmed hat? Nah, that's not going to be much protection. Yeah, let's go back to these Norse ones here. Norse fur-lined cap? No. Let's take, let's get the just this Viking helmet hair. Our hair kind of shows through it a little bit, but that's fine. I think that will go with this, and we're, you know, as prepared for battle as we'll ever be. I mean, we do have decent prowess, mostly because of that Andalusian sword and from the training of our good friend Veminder here, who has, despite his own disability, has taught us to be a good warrior. And so, yeah, it's time for us to prove ourselves. You know, we might be a poet, but we can't be a poet forever. So I'm going to switch the commander to kind of ensure that we are, you know, technically in battle here. And we're going to go and, I guess, join the army. So our father is in one of these armies here. I just want to see which one it is. So I think it's this one that he's commanding. Yeah, this is commanded by Count Olafur. So we're going to go and just attach ourselves to the army of our father here. He's going to expect us to, yeah, fight alongside him here. So his lands are currently being invaded. Oh, okay. Well, apparently, as we were trying to reach our... as we were trying to reach our father, we ended up encountering the enemy army of Sheikh Lub here. And that is obviously pretty unfortunate. Oh, damn. Oh, okay. Yikes. Oh. That was crazy. Oh, man. Wow. So we got word, obviously, when we were in the court of Burgos here. You know, we were told to go and meet our father, you know, or our father, you know, maybe we met him here and he told us to go and join the army over here. So we were riding through the lands, you know, to go and meet up with the army there. And as we were doing so, we just kind of happened across this army that was being formed by Sheikh Lub here. And we didn't really have any, we probably, you know, we weren't expecting it, you know, maybe they caught us unaware. Maybe, like, I don't imagine we ran into the entire army of 900 here. I suspect it was more like a group of scouts, maybe, you know, 10 or 20 of them came upon us, and we didn't have any chance to get away. And Veminder was slain by an enemy soldier while we were trying to get away here. And Enoch was slain as well, slain by Ismail Motafirez Banu Musa. So that is actually kind of crazy. I mean, it's awesome, honestly, for the story. This is so cool, but horrific. I mean, at least Veminder, you know, the way I see it was that maybe like Enoch was on watch when a group of scouts led by Ismail here came across our band, and they saw that we were Norse, and so obviously their first instinct was to attack. Enoch maybe tried to raise the alarm, but he was shot in the back with an arrow, you know, and as he was dying, he managed to raise the alarm for the camp. Seeing that we were outnumbered, we tried to fight back a little bit, but there was not very much chance, and in order to, you know, give the rest of us a chance to escape, Veminder stood his ground and fought as many as he could, giving us just that desperate chance to escape, while the rest of our party managed to escape here. Veminder sacrificed himself. in order for us to retreat there. And that is, damn, that's actually so cool for the story, but crazy. I was not expecting that. Well, I mean, that is what it is. So we probably retreat to Burgos, I would imagine. And yeah, I mean, I guess I'm gonna raise up our armies again here. Because, like, what do we do from here? That's a good question. I guess, like, try to meet back up with our father's army. Tumbling down as we ride through Burgos, my thoughts wander idly, bored by the monotony of simple transit when there's a shout of alarm. An attack? Oh no. Worried that there's another attack. Masood has fallen from his horse, though. Yeah, we're not going to snicker at that. Such petty malice is beneath me. Obviously, this is a little bit of a somber time for our party here, but yeah, that's rough. All right, well, let's take those of us who remain, and we'll try to, like, meet up with our father, but we're currently mourning the loss of two important members. This is the sister of the brother of the woman that we wanted to marry was slain. And so obviously Juliana is going to be, horribly upset over what happened here. But I guess we try to meet up with the army here. We'll attach to it. I wonder if can we see the commander? That's Harold's army. Oh no, can we see? I'm not sure. I guess we'll attach to the first army here, but yeah, that's epic. What a crazy thing to happen there. Enoch died, Vemender died. Wow. That is so cool though. You can totally imagine how that would play out in a story as well, right? Like, wow. All right, well, that's war for you though, you know. What else can you expect? Ivar is probably beside himself at the loss of his friends, thinking that he's responsible for this, and in some, way he is. Maybe he could have done something different, but the culture in Nayera is unfamiliar to me, and some of their customs are equally alien. This is proven especially true when Godo, acting as our cook for the evening. Who is Godo? Oh, Tolir's wife? Oh, I don't... Oh, okay, I kind of remember this one. It's a local recipe, supposedly authentically Basque. Blend it with Norse cuisine. Ooh, expanded culinary horizons. That's actually pretty good. What is this muck? We gain the nickname the narrow-minded? No. Blend it with Norse cuisine. Every follower gains new tastes for 10 years. That's nice. Yeah, nice bonuses here, actually. So there we go. All right, we'll enjoy this cuisine here, and I guess we're gonna join in the siege of Nayera here. Looks like the armies of Ulfric Ravenblood have joined in as well. The alliance between Harold and Ulfric seems to be fairly strong. Rollo seems to be remaining pat for now. But yeah, we'll see if we can get engaged in a proper battle here, but as it stands now, oh, look at that. The lands of our father were taken over by the Saurians here. The Exalted? Not. It seems like they're going to engage with Ulfric's army over here. Are they going to catch him? They are going to catch him here. Wow, the Saurians are actually going to be a little bit of trouble for us, it seems. But we'll see if we can pull off... Oh, wow, no! Ulfric army beats them! What's going on in this battle? I can't see because of this stupid contract. I can't see what the army... Oh, there it is. Nice! Oh, it's Ulfric himself! Ulfric Ravenblood. Wow, look at that. They must have had way more troops here, too. They had 1,200... 1,200 versus... Oh, no, it was more than that. 2,000... versus 700, and Ulfric Ravenblood pulls off the victory. He's got relentless vanguard. He's a Viking, veteran adventurer, cautious leader, but his caution served him well in the Battle of Avila, so good for him. Nice. Wow. Pretty impressive. That was good for him. And he sends the army packing there, so we'll see if we end up engaging them here. Wouldn't mind getting into a battle ourselves if we can. I mean, obviously, this is me, Stray, saying this. And there we go. Looks like we are going to be engaged into a battle here. There we go. Our armies are in here. So, oh, Helgi Yingling. Who is that? Who's Helgi? Must be another cousin of ours? Helgi. Not really. He's a cousin, but I'm not really sure exactly how closely related we are. Not entirely sure there, but let's... I mean, we can see the details of this battle as the armies march in here. Got all these champions in, which is good. Jarl Raduger is here as well, I see. Nice. No, well, yeah, he's a champion in here, so apparently he's in this battle. Tolier is in here. Yeah, a lot of our guys are fighting here, so it's good to see. But yeah, let's see how this battle goes. Harold Fairhair versus Count Odin of Soria. And it seems like we are going to strike a big victory over the enemy there. So let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, not very many Vikings died, 110. So he killed 5 for everyone. And this is, so I've been reading the Last Kingdom novels by Bernard Cornwell. Very good books, highly recommend. But they always talk about how, you know, one hardened Viking warrior is worth 5 of the West Saxons. And I think that this probably remains true for these guys as well. Because the Vikings are, you know, the ones who have come over to conquer these lands. These are the warriors. These are the ones who are brave enough to travel that distance and to take what they can. Whereas the people in the army of Count Erdun, these are farmers and, you know, peasants who are being called up to defend their homeland. Sure, they've got their homeland to defend, but, you know, they're not, these aren't hardened warriors. These are people who are probably fighting against their will. And at best, they're just fighting to try to survive. Whereas the Vikings, these are hardened warriors. And so obviously that is going to give us a little bit of an advantage over our enemies there. So, oh, and we engage them once more. This is going to be rough for the army of the Sorians here. But yeah, let's take a look at that. Oh, I didn't look at the events of the battle. Oh, damn. All right, well, that's okay. We'll take a look at the events of this one here. Jarl Ulfric is commanding the armies there. But yeah, let's look at the details here. Events. Jarl Raduger ripped the head off Mayor Bilal and became a berserker. Well, good for you, Raduger. Harold was wounded, but that's all right. And we captured one of the enemy commanders. Not too bad. So yeah, he slew the mayor of Ukeda. Nice, well done, Raduger. We got ourselves another wandering lifestyle perk. We can finally take the journey perk, which means we can do those monument expeditions that we've wanted to do. Which means that once the opportunity... Oh, here comes another big army, though. The Earldom of Ennis. Irish. The Irish are coming to defend this. Really? How did you get an alliance with the Irish? Wow. Impressive. Oh, this guy was slain in battle? Was it this recent battle? 859? No, this was a long time ago. All right, well, we've got the Irish to deal with now, apparently, as well. Which is unfortunate, but I imagine that Ivar here is at least proving himself to his father. One can hope. Anyways. The campfire crackles, illuminating a figure entering our circle. He moves with vigor despite the lateness of the hour, hand wrapped around a walking stick. Those standing guard are already intercepting, but I wave them away. Do you have a place for a man of God? He smiles at me hopefully. Dirty clothes rustling in the stiff breeze. A wandering Gothi. Well, is he a Gothi? No, he's a wandering priest. He is a most Arabic priest. A Gothi maybe, but not a Gothi of the Asatru faith. That much I can tell. We could do with a man of such worldliness. Could we bring Garcia the Old into our camp? He's well learned. Yeah, sure, why not? Friend to all holy. Yeah, that's fine. We will learn from this man. See what he has, what stories he has to tell us. Oh, they're looking to capture Burgos. Okay, well that's obviously not ideal for our side. Are we gonna capture their capital before they capture ours? I mean, that's Harold's problem, honestly. It's not ours. Who's Harold's heir? It must be this kid here, Prince Jorandir. And oh, okay. Looks like Jarl Ulfric has signed a white peace with Count Ulan of Avila. Let's just double check that there. Yeah, he signed a white peace. That war was going on forever. He just wasn't able to conquer that, so that's good because at least he's helping Harold here. Oof, I find myself making such noises when sitting down at the campfire in the evening now. The elders always talk about how that happens when you get older, but I'm only 26. Yeah, you're too young for that, man. No, such is the life of the wear and tear of a life lived rough. I can see the toll it takes on others too. Tollier even winces as he sits down next to me. The inn we passed had spare beds, rested and refreshed for 5 years. Yeah, we can find an inn here nearby while we're raiding, I guess, to try to camp in. Oh man, are we actually gonna take this first? Harold, you should really go and defend your capital here. Maybe we'll capture theirs first, but that's he's taking a big risk here. You're taking a big risk by letting them siege down Burgos. You might have some of your family captured, which would not be ideal because we don't have siege weapons. Because we haven't learned that kind of art yet, apparently. We're just raiders and pillagers as we are. Either way, I mean, the goal here for Ivar is to prove himself to his father so that he can get the blessing to marry Juliana here, who was obviously upset over the loss of her brother just a few months ago. I sit by my pavilion, letting the sounds and smells of the camp wash over me. It's a different life within the safe walls of a palace. Well, we've never really had that, but freedom's easy to enjoy. No obligations, no counselors yapping, no dignitaries to entertain. None of the downsides of the trappings of power. Yet these freedoms are dearly purchased. The constant scraping for survival wears thin. Increasingly, every night I yearn for a proper bed. I must claim some lands in the future? No, that doesn't seem like our character. I enjoy this quiet life. We gain 15 trade experience in Wanderer. Or best to keep my options open. 65% chance we gain Flexible Leader. That would actually be kind of nice. I mean, I could imagine that there is the idea that, I think we quite enjoy this life. That makes the most sense. We are a wanderer. All right, are we going to get this siege first? Who's going to win the siege here? It's going to be extremely close. 26 days left versus 15. I'm not sure here. 13. Oh, looks like we're just going to finish ours first. 100%. Oh, but they're going to get it back down unless they call the war right here. They're going to get their siege and it's going to bring the wars. Oh, look at that. And what happened with that? Did they capture? Oh, they captured Harold's heir. Oh, no. Did we capture? And we did not capture their heir. Oh, you should have planned for that, Harold. All right, what's your army going to do now? We've just traded siege for siege. I guess we're sieging down this castle over here, but... And then get an engagement battle? Damn. You let Burgos get captured, though. Oh, man, you've lost your concubine, 2 of your children, 2 sons. Prince Gudfridir is still around, but All right, we got to bring our armies together and go and engage them over here. Don't let them just siege you down, Harold. What are you doing? Oh man. Maybe he just thinks like if we can do all the sieges first, if we can siege all of their lands, they'll have no choice but to submit to us. But that is just extremely risky. 4 months left. They're gonna siege down this over here. I mean, I guess he seems to he's got a bold plan anyways. I guess, but I don't know about it. Not what I would do if I were if I were him. Oh, and look, they've left a part of their army here. What if Ivar? No, I mean Arvar wouldn't do this, right? Could Ivar? No, he would just stay with the army. Yeah, he would just stay with the army. We are going to get this siege done quick though, so that might give us the war in our favor here. But yeah, that's a bit of a risky move there, Harold. Just letting your capital get sieged down, but it might play out. It's a bold move, Cotton, but we'll see if it pans out. And it does seem like it will have. We might engage in one last battle here. No, they now know the sieges. His entire land was just overrun by Vikings. He didn't have much choice, so there we go. Disband all. So, I mean, there were definitely some losses in that war there, at least on our side, and in that of our dear friends. Was it Vemendir? Yeah, Vemendir. Unfortunately, and Enoch both lost. But you know, Ordonu. Where's Ordonu here? Oh, wow, look at your beard there. You might need to trim that guy up, buddy. Ordonu fought himself, proved himself as a warrior. Tolier, of course. Tolier was already a warrior, but proved himself as well. Adolfo, no doubt, was quite capable in those fights. I'm sure Adolfo here was pretty instrumental in helping fight off those warriors when we got ambushed there. But yeah, I mean, losing Enoch and losing Vemendir, that is pretty rough. But, Ivar, he did what he needed to do to, prove himself to his father. His father luckily lived as well. And so I think that might be enough for us to get the blessing of our father and marry the woman that we love. But that will be in the next episode. So until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.